RV with me.
Grins RV has the biggest and best selection of RVs in all of Northern California. So head on over to Gilroy, right at the Gilroy Outlets and the exciting Grins RV showroom, where it's an RV show every day. Come experience all the fun and freedom that the RV lifestyle offers.
Camping has been a huge tradition in my family.
It's like having your own home on the road.
I love it and love everybody that's here. And it started us on a whole new adventure.
Yeah.
So here we are. Go Grins!
Hey everyone, welcome to RV with me. Well, I'm thrilled to be with Edward Saldana, the general manager here at Grins RV. How you doing, Edward?
How you doing, Jules? Welcome to the show, folks.
Well, listen, I know I say this a lot, but honestly, I mean this sincerely. Every time I come to Grins, it really is like, honestly, Edward, it's like an RV destination.
It is.
It's so much fun, from the travel trailers to both the large and small motorhomes. I mean, I know you've told me this before, really Grins is committed to making people's dreams come true. And that might sound like a cliche, but really, isn't it all about family, Edward?
It is, Jules. It's like that family that went to Acadia National Park in Maine. Did you know that they RV 60 to 70 days out of the year, Jules?
I think that's why they're close.
I think so too.
Let's take a look.
There's something really amazing about being right there in the location where the sun rises first on the entire eastern shore.
I think our favorite place to take the RV is to a place like Acadia National Park, where you have the ocean and the mountains all together in one place. In the first year, we spent about 20 nights in the pop-up camper. The next year, we spent 30 nights in the RV. Then we upgraded to a travel trailer, and now we spend 60, 70 nights a year traveling in the RV, and absolutely love it.
Camping and RVing is the perfect fit for our family because it just allows them to be on the move and constantly discovering new things and exploring new things.
When I'm not in the RV, I hear it whispering to me. When I walk by it in the driveway, it's calling my name. It's saying, Jeremy, when are you going to get me out of the driveway and get me to the campground?
We have a day where we hike to the top of a beautiful mountain and we come back to the campsite and cook lobster with this $1 million view. I can't believe that I'm lucky enough to be having these experiences with my children.
Don't wait, because your children's childhood goes by really, really quickly. I look at my boys now, I feel like they were born yesterday.
You can't wait to go RVing. You have to just do it now and you won't regret it. And I wouldn't trade a single night that we've spent on the road with RV for anything in the world.
Well, Lisa, isn't that family adorable? With their 3 boys. I mean, that's what RVing is all about, right? Creating magic memories with family and friends. Well, I'm so excited to have Lisa. She's one of the finance managers on the show with me today. Hey, Lisa.
Hi.
So good to have you. Well, listen, before we learn some really cool tips about cooking around the campfire with Lisa, we're going to check in with Russ. Do you remember Russ?
I do remember
Russ.
Russ.
One of our favorite RVers.
Yes.
Hey, Russ, how you doing?
Hey, Jules. Welcome to Harris Beach State Park. Right off US Highway 101. Open year-round. Right on the Pacific Ocean is Harris State Beach. Day use and camping both. Loaded with trails down to the ocean. Breathtaking overlooks and views. Unique rock formations. Wind your way through the rocks right down to the beach. Scenic ocean beauty every step you take. Hear the constant roar of the mighty Pacific Ocean. Paved trails lead back up to the campground. Biking and hiking everywhere. Full-service campground, friendly park host, secluded RV site. Couple miles up the road on 101, explore Samuel H. Boardman's scenic corridor, mile after mile, even cross the world-famous Thomas Creek Bridge. Make sure you stop at Arch Rock Picnic Area. Breathtaking views in every direction. If you're looking for your next RV adventure, visit Harris Beach. One to remember. Back to you now, Jules.
Well, thank you so much, Russ. We always love following you on your RV adventures. Okay, so Lisa, one thing I love about you being an avid RVer is you always have these cool ideas I didn't know about. So tell us what you have today and how is this going to make RVing even more fun?
Okay, so what I have today is something that you can gather everyone around the campfire and make food to eat where you're not stuck inside the RV. Bring the family around the campfire and start cooking. What I have is a pie iron. You can get it at Bass Pro Shop. Runs about $19. Really convenient though.
Okay, how does that work?
You open it up like this.
Okay.
And you spray. This is the first thing we're gonna make is an apple pie.
Turnover or something?
Turnover, yeah.
Cool, okay.
So you spray it with Pam, both sides.
Okay.
You take a biscuit out of very simple, easy, already made biscuits.
So wait, so I don't cook this ahead of time?
No.
I pop it out?
You don't cook anything ahead of time.
Awesome.
Put a layer of one biscuit on the bottom, put some pie filling in the middle, a marshmallow, put another layer of biscuit on the top.
Right.
Close it up.
Yeah.
Lock it, and put it in the coals of the campfire.
And how long does that take?
5 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Then you take it out, turn it over, another 5 minutes.
And so now I have an apple pie
now
turnover.
You have an apple pie, and everyone can cook their own. Everyone can help the littler kids, help them cook.
I love that.
Really, really
well,
fun.
Well, you know, I always thought that the only thing we've ever done around the campfire is s'mores, and quite frankly, I want a little variety.
Yes, absolutely. So this is a good alternative to s'mores.
I love that.
The other thing that you can do is you can do a breakfast sandwich.
Okay, how does that work?
And basically, it's almost the same, except you are using bread.
Okay.
So you're gonna open it up again.
Okay.
You're gonna spray it with the non-stick spray.
Right.
You're gonna put a piece of bread on the bottom. You're gonna put some ham, some cheese.
Now what about the egg? Are you gonna?
You're gonna pre-cook it in the microwave for about a minute.
Oh, just like a fried egg in the microwave.
Just like a fried egg.
It. Awesome.
Put the fried egg in. Do another piece of bread. Close it up again and again.
Or you can put the butter if you want, right?
Yeah, or
okay.
butter.
Okay,
yeah.
got it. Okay.
And then put it back into the coals of the campfire. Mm-hmm. Let it sit for 5 minutes, turn it over, cook it again. It comes out crispy, warm.
What is this called?
And this is called a ham and egg bake.
Come on.
It's fantastic.
This is, so Lisa, we could go RVing for the whole weekend and not cook one thing.
Right.
I love it. This is awesome. Well, you're always full of such fun ideas. And once again, you can get that at Bass Pro Shops?
Bass Pro Shops for about $19. And they come with a double one as well.
Okay, now I love this, but listen, it's winter. And sometimes it's, I'm just thinking here because you got me excited.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's raining or it's too windy, so if I can't do it around the campfire, wait a second, remember the KZ manufacturers up here today? So they have a trailer that has an outdoor kitchen. You know what? Thank you for this tip. I'm gonna go meet with him and see if he can help me make this work if I don't want to build a campfire. Sound good?
Perfect.
Great to be on the show with you today.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, honestly, how lucky are we, Chris, to have you fly all the way up from Elkhart, Indiana at a moment's notice, just when I needed you?
Right, exactly. No, it worked out. For sure.
Well, this is Chris Cook. He is with KZ RV. And one of the things I really like about your products, you have so many cool trailers, but I really like this one because I mentioned to Lisa earlier in the segment that it's winter time. If you don't want to put out, have a campfire if it's too windy or rainy, I still want to make some of these recipes. So how are you going to help me with that solution with your outdoor kitchen?
Sure, yeah. Well, we're standing in front of the 231 BHKSE, and an awesome unit. It sleeps, up to 8 people. You've got oversized bunks, 500 pounds each. The dinette, it actually folds down into a bed as well. Then you also have a full walk-around a queen bed. Just a really nice open floor plan with real modern touches on the decor. And the cool feature too is the outside kitchen, of course.
Of course.
So yeah, we have our Suburban griddle here. So it's really nice. It's easy to, you don't have to start a fire or anything. You can just come right to it.
And if it's raining, we can just have the awning out, right,
sure.
Chris?
Yeah. So, but another cool feature here, you can actually just take the
so there's my campfire.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I love that.
So then let's take this here.
Okay, well I did what Lisa told me, and I'm telling you, I'm not a master cook.
Yeah.
I've said that 100 times, so this was easy. I literally did as she suggested, and I microwaved the egg.
Yep.
Obviously in the microwave was easy, so put that together.
Yeah, we'll do this here. And
okay.
There we
Smash
go.
it down. There
Smash
we go.
it down.
Right over the campfire. And there's your little breakfast sandwich. I love it. I'm hungry already. And then also I just took the biscuits and the apple filling and the marshmallow, and look how cute that is. Well,
Sure.
Chris, it is so good to have you out here, and this is such a great solution. So listen, winter, spring, summer, or fall, you can always have that feeling of, cooking by the campfire. So great to have you, Chris, and
Sure,
thank you for
thank
being
you.
on the show with us today.
You got it. Anytime.
RV with me.
Well, Edward, there's so many things you can make with a pie iron. What'd you think of that?
It's awesome, Jules. My kids will love it, especially my wife. She wouldn't have to cook.
As it should be.
Right, Jules? I do all the cooking when we go camping. I love cooking for her.
Well, you're a good guy, Edward. I love that. Well, listen, before we get into this fifth wheel, I have to tell you something what I noticed first is this island. Now, to me, an island really kind of brings the family and friends together. It's also a great place to put out your d'oeuvres or meals or whatever. But here's the thing. When it has a sink in the middle, such as this, I'm worried about dropping something, and God forbid I drop my wine glass. You know what I'm saying? So then I saw this. When did these come about, Edward? These are so cool.
About 5 years ago, Jules. These are pretty versatile. You could dry your vegetables here. You could dry your dishes. It's pretty sturdy. You could put stuff on it.
Well, and this also, it takes a lot of weight. So here's my viewpoint on all this now. What started out as an island that has a sink in the middle now becomes more counter space.
You have more space.
Oh my God, so this really suits my lifestyle. So why don't you tell us about what are we standing in and some of the cool features of this fifth wheel?
Yeah, this is an Elk Ridge 32-foot rear living. It has a beautiful master bedroom in the front where you can walk around. It has a beautiful bathroom, large bathroom, so you can get around easily. It has a rear living area here where you got the fireplace, the TV, you got your refrigerator, and it has beautiful large windows. So when you back this into a lake, it's pretty romantic, Jules.
Well, talk about romance. That fireplace is awesome. If you can't get any romance going on with that fireplace, I don't know what else we can do for you.
I agree with you, Jules.
I'm just joking. Anyway, well, talking about the fifth wheel, that makes me think about every time I come down to Grins. Listen, I think we can all agree on this. We all want selection. And here at Grins RV, from the travel trailers you carry, Edward, to the small motorhomes, to the large motorhomes, to the fifth wheels, really there seems to be an RV for just about every lifestyle and every budget, right?
Absolutely.
But here's the other thing. This show is also about education. And when you buy an RV, or maybe you've had one for years, it doesn't do you any good if you don't take care of it. So what about service, Edward?
Good point, Jules. You made a large investment. You take your family camping, you're building great memories with your kids, your loved ones, and your friends. So you got to protect that. How do you do that? Here at Grins, we have 3 trained advisors that will evaluate your RV needs. We got 10 factory trained technicians, and we have 25 workstations. So when you come here and you ask us to evaluate your RV, what we do is a 24-point safety inspection. On top of that, we check the roof because there's a lot of rain and a lot of hail. You want to make sure your roof doesn't leak when you're traveling.
Well, I love that. But listen, what about, I need a little guidance, or most people would, especially if they're new to the RV world. How do you know how often to take your RV in for that safety check?
That's another good question, Jules. You want to do it at least twice a year. You want to do it before you go on a trip, and you want to do it when you're ending the trip season, like at the end of the summer.
Okay, good. So we got service covered as well as selection. I love that. Well, listen, Edward, that reminds me of this adorable couple I met today when we were filming the show. They bought their RV here at Grins about 2015. They've been taking their RV here ever since for service. They were just adorable. You want to meet them?
Let's meet them, Jules.
Let's take a look.
Hi everyone, we're at Grins in Gilroy. We bought a Thor motorhome from Grins in 2015. Very happy with the motorhome, very happy with the service. All the salespeople are very polite. Everything is really great, and we really appreciate everything they do.
Yeah, we enjoy coming down here. I like looking at the other motorhomes, but I think we're keeping the Thor that we've got for a while. We finally met Jewel. We've seen her on TV all the time, but it's nice to meet her in person. And the service department's been really helpful to us today.
We highly recommend Grins to anybody. We're so happy with the service, happy with the salespeople, everyone. And if anybody's interested in any kind of a motorhome or a trailer, we will send them to Grins without any argument whatsoever.
grown-ups have to lose their wildhood? Staring at their phones instead of at the stars? Running on a treadmill instead of running free? Making appointments, not memories. I thought growing up meant making my own rules. I thought it meant being a kid and getting away with it. I want to crawl, hike, and jump. I want to wipe my hands on my pants. I want to wake up with the sunrise, not my alarm. I want to use my outdoor voice. That's the kind of grown-up I want to be. Let's bring back Wildhood.
In today's RV review, Jules will be reviewing the Prism 24 FSE by Coachman. Combining value, luxury, and Mercedes-Benz drivability, it's a perfect blend.
One of the things I love about a Class C is they're so great for that romantic weekend getaway for two, but they also are great for people. So I'll be reviewing this Prism by Coachman today based on me and my family, for myself, my husband, and our daughter and our son. Now, the first thing I did when I walked in was I noticed this whole RV has kind of a feeling of a little touch of class, a little glitz perhaps. I really like these, the door fronts on these cabinets. Now, I think they're plastic or something like that, but they sure do look good. And it's, once again, it's a feeling of bringing your home on the road and feeling really comfortable, and I like that vibe. Now, the other thing is the kitchen. Okay, now we like to bring, or actually entertain a lot of family and friends when we go RVing, or people we meet at the campground. And one thing I'm a little concerned about is there's not a whole lot of counter space going on here. But what Coachman did do is this. Now, first off, let's take a look at this farmhouse sink. Look how cool that is. I love the stainless sink. I also love the fact that they're putting in such cool fixtures. I mean, it's all about bringing your home on the road, and this really makes me feel like, wow, I have a great home on the road in this Coachman, Prism by Coachman. Now, one thing I'd mentioned before was not really having that much counter space. Well, here's what they did. About 10 years ago, you didn't have these in RVs. What this is you can roll it back, have your plates or something you might be needing to wash here, and put your dishes on the left there and roll it back. Now, the other thing I love is, look at this. I'm putting a lot of weight on this. You can actually use this now for extra counter space. Now, in addition to that, of course, this is the 3-burner cooktop. You can pull this back, and of course, there's your 3-burner cooktop. But the other thing is, when you put it obviously completely closed, now actually there is quite a bit of room for counter space. So I thought, okay, that works. Now, the other thing is, one thing about a Class C as opposed to a large motorhome, this Prism by Coachman has just about all the features of a larger motorhome, but with it being smaller, quite frankly, easier to drive in my opinion, so I do like that. There is a microwave. There's a oven. Now, it's not big, but all I'd want that for is to heat up some leftovers perhaps, or warm up some buns in the morning. Of course, there's a refrigerator and a freezer, so everything you need to make your RV adventures just really feel like home, yet for fun getaways. Now, when it comes to getting together and sitting and having a meal, for our family of 4, there's plenty of room here to sit, and the table's not large, but it'll work. Now, the other thing is this actually comes out, and the supporting pole comes out as well. Now this turns into a couch, and you can sit here and watch TV. But I thought to myself, well, how am I going to watch TV when I don't see one anywhere? Now, that's not negotiable for our family. We love to watch movies when we're RVing and that sort of thing. So I did a little bit more investigating. And actually, this cabinet here, with the push of a button, comes out. Now, check this out. There's your TV. How cool is that? When you turn the TV around, now you have a TV in the bedroom. So it's really cool. Check this out. Look at this fireplace. So listen, it's wintertime. Sometimes it's raining, but we still like to go RVing. Now, the other thing is talking about our family of 4. Of course, there's a queen bed. Now, this dinette will turn into a bed, and I measured it. It's about 5 feet 9 inches. Now, our daughter's 5'7", so that'll work for her. And then the bed area over the captain's chairs is about 6 feet 6 inches. Our son's 6'1", so he can sleep there. Now, there's also 2 seat belts here, so 4 people can ride in this Prism safely. Now, the other thing about a Class C is this slide out here. I don't know if you noticed or not, but this is actually a slide out. When you pull it in, people can still, of course, sit in the seats and be safe with their seat belts. But the other thing that's cool is there's still enough room. It's a little tight, but there's still enough room to go to the bathroom if you just want to pull over, use the bathroom, and you don't have to pull the slide out. So a lot of cool features about this. Now let's check out the bedroom area. Now in each one of my RV reviews, I do work hard to point out both the pros and the cons. And stepping into the main bedroom area, one thing I do love, once again because of the slide out, is you have a nice queen size bed. Now the only thing that's a little bit of a negative in my opinion is getting in and out of bed. Now on this side, there's a pretty good, I mean it's not huge, but there's a decent sized walk around where a person can walk out easily without climbing over their partner. Now on that side of the bed, you'd have to be careful because of course there's the step down from the bedroom area going into the kitchen. So you have to be careful and know what you're doing in the middle of the night. So once again, just the pros and the cons there, but hey, I'd rather have that and have a nice sized bed, so I'm happy with this. Now stepping into the bathroom area, it's not big, but then again, this is a Class C, it's not a 40-foot motorhome. What I do love is, I mentioned earlier, there's a touch of glam and glitz in this RV that I really love. The sink's small, but look, it's a glass sink and it is beautiful. I like the cool fixture. I also like the fact that they actually have a glass shower door going into the shower. Now the other thing is this, I actually measured the height of that shower and it's just a little bit over 74 inches, so that's what, 6 feet 2 inches. So my husband can fit in there, most men I think can fit in that shower without having to bend over. There is of course a handheld in the shower, which makes it nice too. So overall, from the living area to the kitchen to the bedroom to the bathroom, I think Coachman has done a fabulous job on this Prism. Now the other thing that matters to us is storage. We like to have our RV packed with a lot of the things that we use on a consistent basis. Now from the kitchen area, there's quite a bit of storage. Underneath the dining room table, there's a storage underneath where actually the couch area is. Also in the bedroom area, there's places where I can hang my clothes. There's pullouts on the drawers. Stepping to the outside of the RV, there's 3 areas for storage, including one large compartment where you can have your fishing poles or play equipment or gear, that sort of thing. So overall, once again, there are pros and cons as there are with any RV, but I think Prism by Coachman has done a fabulous job. Now let's see how this beautiful girl takes on the road.
Hitting the road in this Prism, I feel like it almost drives itself. And with the fuel economy and prestige of the Mercedes-Benz diesel chassis, what an ultra smooth ride. So here's my overall review of the 2022 Prism 24 FSC. For features, I give it an 8.5. For fit and finish, a 9.5. For storage, a 9. And for drivability, a 9. So my overall review of the 2022 Prism 24 FSE is a 9. And what about pricing? The retail price of the 2022 Prism 24 FSE is $187,076. And here at Grins RV, you can find this Prism for $154,867.
Well, my friends, like I've said so many times before, selection is so important to most everybody, right? And here at Grins RV, new isn't the only way to go, right, Dennis?
Exactly.
Well, I'm here with Dennis. He is the consignment department here at Grins RV. And Dennis, before we get started, where you give us a little, kind of explanation on how great your program is and why you believe so, what are we standing in front of?
This is a 2018 Road Trek. It's a CS Adventurous, one owner. In fact, they bought it right here.
Nice.
And it is in mint condition. It's 20,000 miles on it. And the products are so hard to come by on a used basis. We're thrilled to have it on the showroom floor.
Well, I love that. One thing about you, Dennis, is you are really, because I've known you a long time now, right?
Exactly.
You're very passionate about offering great products for people, because listen, not everybody wants to buy a brand new RV, or buying a used RV or pre-owned can help you get into the RV lifestyle, which is what Grins is all about. I know you're about that too. So tell us a little bit more about what makes, really, I think you're the best consignment program all the state. I love you, you're my friend, maybe I'm a little jaded, but tell us a little bit more about what makes you different.
Well, my clients are like my family. I listen to what they have to say when they come in. They tell me what they have. I get enough information to make an informed decision, and I do the same thing for them. So no one feels pressure, and it's a nice way to do business. At the end of the day, we wind up getting a huge selection of coaches that I'm even blown away by what we get. I mean, people can come in and say, I didn't even know they made that. And that's how I feel when I'm trying to consign the coach.
Right, well, so that's if I want to, okay, let's just be honest here. Why don't I just try to sell it myself or put it on Craigslist? What's the benefit of you doing it versus me myself?
A lot of it is security. Okay, the times have changed a lot. We've been dealing with COVID. I don't want anybody coming to my door if I don't know them.
Yeah.
I don't need to get anything that I don't want coming my family's way. But DMV has changed policy today. If I buy your RV and you put it in my name and I don't put it in my name, you're still on the hook for your registration.
Oh, so you take care of DMV and all of that?
We do everything, and we do it in writing. When we pay you, we also give you a slip of paper saying it's been re-registered to Grins because we offer anonymity to our clients and to our buyers.
Okay. Now, what about if I just want to get rid of my RV? Would you buy an RV from me?
Yes, we do buy RVs. It's not a problem as far as that goes. It really depends at the end of the day. Many times you wind up getting more money for the very secure program of consigning it, but I always leave it up to my owners.
Well, I love that. So listen, how can people get a hold of you, and how often are you here? How available are you? Let's face it, when I want to call somebody, I want them to answer, Dennis.
209-481-5408. You'll notice it's on my hip, quick draw. I'm here physically in the showroom Fridays from about 1 o'clock until Mondays at 2:30. I stay in a hotel, but my wife can't take a joke. I got to be home. I work remotely during the week, though. I literally take hours off, not days, so I'm easily found, and I'm very good at getting back to people.
Well, that's awesome. Once again, my friends, whether you're looking for an RV to consign or you want to buy a pre-owned RV, Dennis is really one of the best in the business, so I encourage you to give him a call and come down and take a look at the great selection also of consigned RVs.
Thank you.
Hey, Grins, can you help me sell my RV?
No problem. Just off the 101 freeway, thousands of cars pass by Grins daily, bringing huge foot traffic, making Grins for sale by owner department one of the best with an 87% success rate. Grins RV at the Gilroy Outlets.
So we came into Grins RV today just looking, not expecting to buy. And my husband's been wanting a Class B RV for quite some time now. We've been watching the program that you air on TV. I didn't realize that Gretsch made these beautiful RVs, and when I saw it, I knew it was what we wanted. And we are very excited to enjoy our new smaller RV, travel and enjoy each other and build a new relationship with ourselves and our RV.
Thank you, Grins. We've enjoyed every second of it. What a great inventory.
Well, thank you for joining us today. Edward, didn't we have such a blast?
It was fun, Jules.
Well, listen, Grins really is so passionate about helping make your dreams come true. But let me tell you something. It's a little hard to do that sitting on the couch, right, Edward?
It is, Jules. Here at Grins RV, we have an RV for every lifestyle and every budget.
Well, just as important as this, every time I come to Grins RV, and you'll feel this when you come down here, it really is it's like an RV destination. It's so much fun checking out all the new RVs. I just love it, Edward.
Yeah, here at Grins, it's an RV show every day.
Well, it certainly is. Well, listen, we are working hard on future segments for our upcoming episodes, but until then, get off the couch, head on down to Grins and go RVing. We'll see you next time.
Let's do the twist. Take me by my little hand and go like this. Yeah, twist, baby.